What is up, guys? Your boy Ren here today, and we've got some news about Blaine's quiz show during World Championships, and the card is banned for the time of World Championships, and it's banned in or on World Championships this year. And what is quite funny is that it's not going to be banned after, and it's not even banned before. It's only during World Championships. It might be also banned during regionals, but we're gonna get to that. So for those who don't know what Blaine's quiz show is, that's this card right over here. I know it's big. I know we're gonna make it a little bit smaller. There it is. So that is the card. The wording of the card is: put a Pokemon from your hand face down in front of you, and tell your opponent the name of an attack it has. Your opponent guesses the attack, right? Guesses the attack of that Pokemon. And if they guess right, they draw 4 cards. If they guessed wrong, they draw like you draw 4 cards. Of course, they have to guess also the name of the Pokemon. They guess name of the Pokemon. That's the wording. So the problem is that during multilingual tournaments, well, we have different names of the attacks. And there was an article a week ago by Stefan Ivanov on PokeBeach that kind of questioned this issue, and was like, well, you go to, like, even in Europe, let's say you go to Berlin for internationals. That happened in May, and you've got cards that are in French, cards that are in English, cards that are in German, cards that are in Spanish, in Swedish, all of those different languages. Especially in Europe, we have tons and tons and tons of languages in one room actually being played. So I don't know the names of like any other language than the German, than the English ones of the Pokemons. But the player who only plays German cards will only know the German versions of the names of the attacks. The same goes to a French player. Of course, they might know by an accident some of them, or they maybe purchased a different language because they can play it. But usually you don't know the name of the attack if you're not using this language, right? So that is an issue if it comes to this card during multilingual tournaments, because in your local game store you don't have people that don't speak your language or that are not playing the cards in your language, because that's what happens, right? So like for me in Poland, we play English cards, and I literally know English versions of the cards and attacks. Of course, there are certain, I use Italian Zapdos, and if you ask me about this, the name of the attack of Italian Zapdos that I have, I can't remember. Honestly, I'm trying now and I can't remember the name of the attack. The same goes, I think Raikou, I played the German Raikou, and I think the attack was Donnerbullen, or maybe I think it was Donnerbullen, or whatever. I probably butchered it in German, so sorry about that. But that is a real issue. There are a few examples that I'm going to read that were stated, right? If it's a French, right? Unless my opponent speaks French, they probably can't guess the Pokemon. Is that intended effect of the card? Again, guessing the name of the Pokemon, that is also problematic, because name of the Pokemon changes from country to country. Even the supporters change, right? Like, for example, Squirrel in German is Shiggy. Like, that's what I remember from kid being in Germany, and that is a problem. And you would have to have translators almost at every single table, or walking with the players that play Blaine's quiz show. Another problem, right? So you don't want to have that. If it's in English, what if I don't know the English name of the attack, since my card is French? Also, even if I know the name, what if my opponent doesn't speak English? Says, during Worlds, this person can be Japanese. How are they going to say the name in English? Since they can, but they might not even speak that language. So that is that is a problem, and using translators is not a good idea. So thankfully the card is banned during World Championships. I do hope the card is going to get banned during regionals and internationals, because it should be banned there. And I'm not that, maybe during cups that is not going to be that much of an issue. I mean, Europe is like, again, in Europe that might be a problem because we've got, people going from country to country to play those cups, but generally there is going to be, a judge that will help you with that. And for Cups Challenge, I don't think this card should be banned, but regionals, internationals, and worlds especially, it's a great decision from TPCI. I mean, one of the times that they actually, for me, like in my opinion, they've made a great decision to ban the card for that tournament, because that will create so many issues. Like, there is an issue with Frostlass. There's so many other issues with cards, like, like Channeler, to some degree, it's a problematic card to some people. So banning this card is great. I think they also should ban, well, not really ban, but Oranguru, well, you guess the type. So, like, alright, so with the type, no, like, with the type, in general, people know the English versions of the type, like grass, fire, you can show that, like, right, like, fire, hot, I don't know, whatever. So you can figure that out. With name of the Pokemon after knowing the attack, there's simply no way of you guessing that. So congrats TPCI, you've done something right. But guys, my question to you is, what do you think about that decision? Do you think that's a great decision, or you think, well, if you're printing a card and it already gets a ban, like it is legal to play it gets a ban, why even print it? Why it was not banned already and was in, like, special premium box or blister or somewhere else, not in the set, especially knowing that the set, where it's super hard to pull trainer cards, and it's kind of a waste of a trainer if you're gonna ban it already as the card comes out. So what do you guys think about that? I want to hear your opinion in that topic, because I think that's a really nice thing that TPCA did. But again, I would take that card out of the set and just, add it, I don't know, maybe as a promo in the blister, maybe somewhere else, just to have the pull rate of the trainer card a little bit better, maybe. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want more Pokemon TCG news, if you want more Pokemon TCG decks, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at 400 subs, we're going to have a nice 20 codes giveaway. And down there below, have a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak. So thank you guys so much for watching. Raven with a hat. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Boing.